before we jump in, be sure to hit the subscribe button. Listen, this channel is for people who want to have real conversations, no fluff, authentic, where we talk about money, mindset, and relationships and everything else under the sun, as long as it gets back to the money and how we can level up in life. Now, let's be real. Subscribing to this channel helps my content reach more people, which gets me closer to monetization so I can continue to keep giving you high quality content. Now, if you rock with that, be sure to hit the subscribe button as well as the bell notification. Let's get back to the video. What up? Welcome to another show, one of the dopest shows on YouTube, where we talk about everything under the sun as long as we get back to the money, real conversations, and real solutions. I'm your host, Courtney Edgar. What up? Oh, snap, got my Dukes in the building. What's up, ma? What up, Snow Bunny Bag Chaser? What's good with you? How y'all feeling tonight? I'm feeling phenomenal. I'm feeling great. You know, your boy got the fresh cut, so I'm feeling good out here. You feel me? I'm out here feeling good. But I gotta play.
Faded. Aha.
So listen, before we dive in, I want to make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm, and make sure you hit the bell notification, all right? Because what that does is that pushes my content to the top of the YouTube algorithm so more people can find me, so I can get discovered more, and we can continue to keep growing this platform bigger and bigger and bigger. All right? So, is that everything that we got? Also, make sure you go check out all my other uploaded videos that I have posted up. And if you haven't joined the Discord, definitely go join the Discord. It is posted in the latest video. It's in the description, so go check that out as well. We're trying to build a community in the earn not giving community, so definitely tap into the Discord. I think that's it. I think that's everything that I got. See you soon, ma. See you soon. I think that's everything we got. So I'm gonna go ahead and dive in. Before we dive in, let me post this thing up real quick. We got a lot of topics to cover today. And one of the topics that we're going to cover, give me a quick second. I think we should now. There we go. All right, so one of the topics that we're going to cover, we're going to be talking about the Netflix series of Inside the Manosphere. But before we get there, we're going to get there. So make sure you lock in. We're going to get there. And also make sure you invest into the platform as well. You guys see the Cash App go and the Super Chat go. So make sure you invest into the channel, all right? Before we get there, we got a couple of other videos that we're going to react to kind of get things warmed up, to kind of get us going. A couple of icebreakers, all right? And then we'll dive into it by the time in the middle of the show, all right? So I want to go ahead and dive into this first topic of tonight. And this topic here is, there's this young lady, and she's basically saying that she's an educated woman. She works, she got her own job, and she says she's tired of it. She says she's tired of doing it all. She don't want no parts of it anymore. So she basically, what it sounds like to me, is saying that the feminist movement has lied to her. She don't want no parts of it. So let's go ahead and get the full context, and let's hear her out completely. And then I'll give my thoughts and I'll give my opinions. So let's go ahead and rock out.
Well, I'm here. I'm at rock bottom. Super depressed. Feel extremely numb. And it's because I'm turning 30 in a couple months. And I have zero friends, like not one person that I can like call and like tell them about good news or bad news or neutral news. I have a boyfriend that's not really a great boyfriend, who honestly probably prefers his own company to mine because he's, I don't know. And I have a job that I can't stand because I spend 8 hours a day talking to 0 people. So I'm talking to 0 people all day at work, and then I go home and talk to 0 people. And like, it's just an incredibly lonely life. And the only thing I have, and I'm so grateful for it, the only thing I have is my parents, my family that are the best. But every other piece of the pie of life I have kind of is fucked. I'm finishing my second master's, and because the first one was in public health, and the way that this country is going, no one gives a fucking shit about public health. I then decided to do another master's in something very different to hopefully change the course of my life. But of course, I've applied to hundreds of jobs over the years and have gotten not even an interview because the job market is that bad and all my experience is in public health. There was an opening at my job though for a higher position, like a leadership position. Super excited. Went to speak to one of the directors who I knew kind of well for advice, and he said, it's entry level. It's not entry level. Maybe you shouldn't apply. We're not looking for an entry level person. As if me having like all 10 years of experience in my field, 2 masters, and several certifications and licenses. But I guess I'm entry level material. So anyway, I've hit rock bottom, and I'm about to quit my job, bring up my boyfriend, and I don't know, fucking move to another city if I have to. Because I feel so chaotic right now. I feel like it can't get worse than this. And I'm so tired of doing everything, like joining all the clubs and doing all the activities and staying busy and getting all the degrees, and just for hoping that like something's gonna stick and something's gonna work out, or I'll meet friends or I'll meet someone and nothing comes of it. Like I'm so fucking done. I'm like rage quitting life. So I guess I'm just making this video to show myself one day, because I don't think it can get much worse than this. And if it does, we should be really concerned for myself. So yeah, I'm sure I'm not alone in this, but I do feel alone.
Yeah, she does need a community. She does need a community, Snow. But I'm gonna take a couple of steps back. And what this looks like to me, and I could be wrong. I could be 110% wrong. This is strictly coming from my opinion and what I think and what I see through my lens. Sound like she the problem. I'm gonna be 110% honest. It sounds like she the problem. You telling me I'm sorry, bro. I am 110% sorry. If you're saying that you're going into all these clubs, you're doing all of these different things, you got your master's, you're going to school. Now we don't know if her taking her classes or anything are in person. We don't know if it's online. But if it's in person, you talking about you're doing classes, you getting all these degrees, you went to school, you have a job, you don't have these friends or whatever the case may be. That sounds like that's a you problem. It sounds like a you problem. I'm going to be 110%. What it sounds like to me is that you're hoping that God drops a friend in your lap. And that's it. But what it sounds like to me is that I think that you probably are the standoffish one. Or on the flip side, you could be the one that's trying so hard to get somebody as a friend, and to the point where you come off as desperate. You come off as weird. It's like, hey man, why you trying so desperately hard to be my friend? What's up with that? Why are you trying so hard to do this? Why are you being a try hard? It could be a number of things. That's what it sounds like to me. But generally speaking, women are social creatures, right? They gotta have that. They gotta be social. They have to be around people. They feed off of that energy of being in a social environment. So I can understand it from that lens, meaning like, okay, well, she needs a friend, somebody that she can shoot the gossip with, talk gossip, be friends, and go parties or go whatever it is that she likes to do. Drink wine and watch The Bachelorette or whatever it is that she likes to do. But I don't think it was a good idea to get online and do it though, and talk about it though. Talking about how your boyfriend is a messed up boyfriend. We don't know the context of that relationship. So I'm not gonna say that he is a piece of a POS. I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna give into that because it's always one side to a story when people start talking about their other half and the things that's going on in their life. Because a lot of people never think that they are wrong. A lot of people, they'll tell you everything, but they'll never tell you what it is that they've done wrong. They'll never tell you what it is about them as the reason as something is not happening. That goes with every conversation. It's always everybody else. It's never you. You're never the problem. You're never the problem. It's always everybody else. It's either, oh, I was doing so much for them. I was this, I was loyal. I was this, that, and the third. But then you go and ask that other person what was going on with them, and they got a completely different story. Those stories are not adjacent at all, congruent whatsoever, completely on the opposite side of the fence. But hey, hopefully she gets some help or find a community of people. Hopefully that she gets herself together and chill with the pity party, because let's be real, the internet don't care. They don't care. People, like, to be honest, real deal, people don't care. They don't. Snow Bunny says she is a victim all the way around. Relationships work is everyone else, but she is the common denominator. Exactly. Everything that you said, you're doing apparently, and based off of what you're saying, that means you're doing everything right. You're doing everything right, and you just getting the short end of the stick. You can't get the job you want. You've been trying to get another degree to transition into another field. Now you're trying to get a leadership position at your job that you're currently at, and they're telling you that you're entry level. Your relationship with your boyfriend is all out of place and you're about to break up with him. You somehow can't find a friend. Hey man, that don't sound right to me. Because at least when I think about it, I look at it from the whole broad spectrum. Like, okay, well, at least one of those things got to be going right. If your relationship is shitty, then that must mean you have a great job. Everything's going great at your job, but your life outside of your work is trash. Or the other side, everything is going great in your relationships. However, your job is trash. Something got to give. And I don't think she telling the whole story. I'm gonna be 110% honest with y'all. I don't think she. But like I said, hopefully, I hope that she figures it out. Hope that she gets everything together and she gets what it is that she's looking for. So, shout out. But hey, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm, and make sure you hit the bell notification.
Listen, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to check out either of these two videos right here. And make sure you share this post with your friends and your family.
Refresh this real quick. Give me a second, y'all. Give me a second. Let me refresh this. All right, we back, y'all. My bad. Yeah, but make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm. Make sure you hit the bell notification. I want to move over. I want to go to this next topic real quick before we dive into the main one. I want to go to this next topic. So there's this woman. And she's basically saying that I'm going to read the entire caption. It says, it says, don't lose focus or allow anyone to distract you. Towards the end, she emphasized on, all right, Ma, good night. She emphasized the feminine strength is cunning, the gynocentric indoctrination. And so basically she's saying that men are the problem in a nutshell. So we're going to go ahead and get into this, and then I'm going to give my thoughts and opinions on it. All right, so let's go ahead and rock out, because that's kind of crazy.
She molds herself. So there's this movie called Players, and it's about this woman who runs plays on men and women with her friends for hookups. And they've been doing this for 12 years, and they're really good at it. And there's no strings attached until she meets her dream guy in real life. So her and her friends run a play on this guy for a one-night stand. Their usual. And then after the one-night stand, he doesn't pursue her. He quite literally offers to get her a lift home. Doesn't ask for her number, doesn't want anything else to do with her. So she decides on her own accord that she wants more. So they run another play. Only this time, she wants a drawer in his place. And for women, that drawer means something. It means importance. It means space. It means you're making room for me in your life. So she molds herself into what she thinks he wants. And later, she realizes they're not such a good fit. Go figure. And here's where it gets psychologically sticky. At the end of the movie, she decides that she wants to be with her best friend, one of the guys that she's been running plays with. And at the end of the movie, she tells her best friend,
Nick did rewrite me.
He rewrote me. That line sounds poetic, but if you listened closely and you were paying attention throughout the movie, the entire movie, I don't know how you could miss this part, he didn't rewrite her. She edited herself. She chose to mold. She chose to perform. She chose to show up as who she thought would secure him. And when it didn't work, the accountability quietly shifts. It becomes him doing something to her. Now, it sounds like something happened to her, like she was manipulated, like she was changed against her will. And if you're not paying attention, you start absorbing the idea that women are constantly being rewritten by men, instead of acknowledging that sometimes we rewrite ourselves to be chosen. And this is the part that most people who consume this type of material, rom-coms, don't know. There's an entire media economy that profits off of this confusion, off men and women distrusting each other, off turning hurt into an identity, off framing love as domination instead of partnership. Not only does it sell certainty, but it sells blame. Because if it's always manipulation, you never have to examine your own self-abandonment. And that's the part that keeps people stuck. It's easier to say, he rewrote me, than to say, I stopped being myself.
I got mixed feelings about it. Let me ask y'all a question. For those who are live with me right now and those who will be watching this, be doing the rewatch of this. Do y'all believe y'all change to get the type of person that you want? Do y'all believe that y'all change to get the type of person that y'all want? Because I think there are aspects of who you are that you shouldn't change. But then there are other aspects of you that you should change, right? I'll give you an example. So yesterday on the Banter and Barter Show, make sure y'all go subscribe over there to the Banter and Barter Show. We had a conversation about women being out of shape, right? About women being out of shape, what's considered a baddie. when you look at someone who claims to be a baddie, when you look at somebody who claims to be a baddie and they aren't a baddie, they have to, and somebody like, let's just say that you got somebody who is of means, you know, they can get any type of woman that they want. They look at this shorty and they say, hey, you're not a baddie. So this chick who then is told that she's not a baddie, let's just say it touched her. She didn't get triggered, but it kind of made her feel the type of way. She finally looks herself in the mirror and said, listen, I need to change. Because I don't think I'm as pretty as the next girl. I don't think I'm as pretty as those women over there. That aspect of her should change. That aspect of her should change. Because yes, if you want to be your best, it's not just about changing for that person, but also you understand that there's a certain type of man that you do want. And the way for you to get that man is there's certain aspects about who you are that needs to change. You're not necessarily rewriting yourself for him, but you're rewriting yourself because guess what? There's also a secondary factor that happens as well. You gain more confidence. You're healthier. You look better in your clothes. You feel better. More opportunities open up for you. There's a secondary thing that happens when you start to change who you are. Now, for those people who change, who specifically are like a chameleon, they try to change themselves for the person specifically, for each and every person that they talk to, they change who they are, then that's a no. You always remain who you are, but you also want to actually change things about yourself that's not conducive. And you want to become better. You want to become the best version of yourself. That's why I don't like the take me as I am. No, I'm not taking you as you are. I'm not. I don't need to take you as you are. There are certain things that I don't like about you that need to change. And if you're going to be with me, you need to change that because that's very important. That doesn't mean you need to completely change your entire identity of who you are, everything else. If you're a person that's typically an introvert, now all of a sudden you got to be an extrovert. You got to be a person that's always going on. No, nobody's saying that. But there are certain aspects of who you are that may need to change. For example, if you're a person that is an introvert and you say, well, listen, I'm an introvert because I don't like being around people. I don't like touching people. I don't like X, Y, and Z. However, the guy that you really want, he is an extrovert and he's not requiring you to always be out with him. But there are certain important things that will require you to come out with him, and you need to be okay with that. And you need to be able to move in a way that, okay, well, I need to be that person that's on his shoulder. I need to understand how to walk and talk in these rooms and how to, command a room in a sense where I'm a representation of him. So yes, I do. So yes, there's two sides to the coin. Two things can be true at the same time. Yes, you want to remain who you are as the foundation of who you are. If it's a good thing, if it's bad, and if it's something bad and it harms other individuals and it can potentially harm yourself, change it. But if somebody's telling you, hey man, you got to change the fact that you watch anime or some shit like that, like, all right, bro, I'm not doing that. Because that has no effect on you, anybody else, because I like to watch anime. Or you like to watch a certain type of movie. So I think there's more context to that type of stuff. And no, I don't think that you should completely change your identity for a specific person. So that's my thought. That's my thought process on it. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Y'all let me know what y'all think. And make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm, and make sure you hit the bell notification.
Listen, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to check out either of these two videos right here. And make sure you share this post with your friends and your family.
All right. So I'm going to talk about one more topic, and then we'll dive into the Manosphere. Manosphere. So NBA star, NBA basketball player Dejounte Murray, you know what I'm saying? He reveals he caught his wife, Janiyah Michelle, cheating for the third time. The third time. 3, sir.
You lying to me? You lying?
3 times with NBA YoungBoy, but he signed to a contract paying her $50,000 per month and doesn't know what to do. Yo, what the hell? So let's go ahead and dive into this, and then I'll give my thoughts and opinions on this. Let's rock out.
Daddy's rich, because that stuff don't mean nothing to me like it means to other people. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm thankful, I'm grateful, but it's like at the same time for her, when she told me that, it kind of hurt me because I know it came from, you know, somebody that it wasn't a good place. So it's like, when I mean the curse of it is like, they gonna go through something I never went through, because I went through not having money. Daddy's rich, because that stuff don't mean nothing to me like it means to other people. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm thankful, I'm grateful, but it's like at the same time for her, when she told me that, it kind of hurt me because I know it came from, you know, somebody that it wasn't a good place. So it's like, when I mean the curse of it is like, they gonna go through something I never went through, because I went through not having money.
So I'm guessing the point of this video is the fact that the 50,000 don't mean shit. The 50,000 don't mean shit to him. I'm not gonna hold you. I'm kind of confused on what he's talking about right now. I'm kind of confused. Let me see. So he's saying that, trying to understand something. It's like she won't leave him alone no matter how much money I spend on her. I'm done. Okay, so okay, all right. So I think I got the gist of what's going on. So basically, he's saying, I'm signed to a contract to pay this shorty $50,000 a month, and she continued to keep on cheating with NBA YoungBoy. I'm just gonna tell you, big dog, she don't want to be with you, fam. But whatever that contract is that y'all are on, I'm gonna need you to figure out how to get out of it, because there's no fucking way. $50,000. Is he on child support? Like, what the fuck? Is it spousal support? What the fuck is it? What kind of contract is a binding contract where you still got to pay her $50,000 a month? And I think I don't know if they are still married or not. But what kind of contract is that? Somebody inform somebody who understands this. Inform me, give me some more information, because I need to come back to this. I need to come back to this because this is, I don't understand it. I don't. So I'm just gonna let this one die the fuck out, because I don't understand it. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm not gonna hold you. So what I want to do, I want to go ahead and go over to the main topic of tonight. Inside the Manosphere, Louis Theroux, who's a journalist, and he decided to dive into what is known as the Manosphere. And if y'all haven't seen it, it is on Netflix. I think it's about an hour and 30 minutes. You can go check it out. And then you can draw your own conclusion on what's going on here. So there are a couple of names that they have on here. That people are familiar with. You know, you got the Justin Wallers, you got Sneeko, you got Myron Gaines, and you got this other cat named HS Tiki Taki. I guess he's a guy that's from overseas, very famous from overseas though. And so a lot of these cats are in the Manosphere. You know, they hang around the Andrew Tates, and individuals like that. And so Louis Theroux decided to interview these guys in person and seeing what the Manosphere is all about to try to get a better understanding. And so what we're going to do, we're going to jump around in these. What's up, KD Ward? We're going to jump around. There's a couple of clips because we can't watch the actual video because it got a lot of music, and y'all know how YouTube is with music, right? But I was able to find a couple of clips where a lot of these guys are from the actual documentary. And so then what we can just kind of jump around and have a conversation about. All right, so go ahead and buckle up. Make sure you support the channel, and let's go ahead and lock in.
Into sales for and
so I want to start here. Let's start with Louis Theroux. You already know who Louis Theroux is. So I want to start with this first when he's talking about the actual documentary.
people who are rising to the top of the heap are people like Andrew Tate, Sneeko, HS. Behind all of that is an upsell, is an attempt to convert your eyeballs into sales for some crappy product, like a highly dubious online university, a questionable crypto project, an FX trading platform. And because these are your heroes, these are the people you admire, some portion of those viewers end up buying these crappy products.
Okay, so in this aspect, he's talking about the cryptocurrency. What people, they always selling shit on the back end. They talk about the manly stuff on the front end, like, oh man, you need to be a man of means, X, Y, and Z. You got shit on the back end. They got courses and things on the back end. That's what he's referring to. Let's start with Sneeko. Let's start with Sneeko. I think this is a good
why Netflix is a dying documentary. I thought it was pretty good. It was well edited, but the reason why Netflix is a dying medium is because so much can change in a year and a half. And a year ago, it's in the documentary, I had like a Trump hat in my house. I'm going to be honest, like my strategy at the time was like, I was really trying to get unbanned. And so, yeah, I wish that wasn't in there, but I talk about how I was a Trump supporter. The timing is not good, but they did talk a lot about my reversion to Islam. They made it clear I'm a Muslim now, and they showed footage of that, and I like that. So I thought it was overall a fair documentary. I don't think it was that much of a hippie. So I think he believes that the Manosphere is filled with the toxic masculinity. I don't think he came in with a specific agenda besides the traditional soy liberal agenda that people talk about. But this sort of thing is very 2022, 2023. People don't care anymore. People care about bone smashing and looks and maxing now, right? The internet moves so fast that the whole idea of the Manosphere has graduated from supercars and muscles and buy my course to bone smashing, looks maxing, and gesture gooning, frame mogging. That's what it has inevitably turned into. So if you don't get out the content immediately, the trends of the internet move so quick that you're going to miss out. What would have been really interesting is if Clavicular was in that documentary, way more people would be interested. But of course, they filmed it a year ago, and it has to go through editors, and they have producers, and they have blah, 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 and executive, and Netflix needs to review, and they need to promo it. By the time it comes out, it's kind of old news. Can you shut the
Hey, that's fair. I will say that's one of the things, because for those of y'all who don't know Sneeko was one of those individuals who was talking about the Manosphere. Well, he was in the Manosphere, part of it. So I guess they kind of put him in that realm with the Andrew Tates and the Myron Gaineses and all that shit. And then of course, like he said, he ended up getting banned. And so he's just been fighting that, which is why he's on Kick, which is why a lot of cats go to Kick anyway, because they get kicked off of YouTube, because YouTube, like, listen, bro, we ain't got time for all that. We ain't got time for all the unnecessary shit. But I'm gonna dive over to a couple of clips, that was actually in the documentary. And so then we'll kind of give our thoughts on this too. So let's go ahead. Let's start with this Justin Waller piece.
I always do. Everybody gets mad at me.
Are you married?
All right, so we really have to put things into perspective here, because I think the way that Louis Theroux is trying to angle, he's like, okay, well, you're just a man, she's a woman. Why do you believe that this woman should be able? Why do you think that this woman shouldn't be able to step outside of your relationship, but you can? And I'm gonna be 110% honest with y'all. One, life ain't fair. Be what it is. Two, when you a man of means, listen, I know a lot of y'all are so hell-bent on it shouldn't matter, but we're not talking about the whataboutisms. We're not talking about the shouldisms. We're talking about what is. When you are a man of means, when you are a man that's taking care of everything, the reality of the situation, nobody has a say about what the fuck it is that you do. I want to be very clear about that. You can feel some type of way. You can not like it. You can dislike it. You can say, oh, you're a POS. You can say whatever you want, but when you are a person of means, and mind you, in this documentary, he mentioned that he's worth upwards of $30 million. $30 million. When you are a man that's worth $30 million, who the fuck is gonna tell you what you can and can't do? Who? A $30 million man talking to a person that's making $20,000 a year, that conversation, he's telling them, hey, listen, bro. And I'm not saying I agree or disagree. I'm just giving it from an objective standpoint and seeing it for the reality aspect of it. Listen, bro, you can't afford to be worrying about getting threesomes. You can't afford to be worrying about getting a bunch of girls. You can't afford that right now. Meaning you can't afford it financially, nor can you afford it, nor can you afford the time to waste to focus on women. You need to be focused on becoming the best version of yourself, which is the ultimate thing that the Manosphere is about. It's about opening yourself up, meaning pulling back the veil behind the curtain, instead of all the shit, all the propaganda that they pushing out at you, and actually opening your eyes and understanding, listen, bro, the things that they're telling you is not what it's supposed to be. The shit that they've been saying on TV, the shit that they put out on TV, the things that you see on the internet, that when they get mad at you, when they get pissed off at you because you were being honest about what it is that these women do, they're gonna get pissed off at you, and they're gonna then tell you what? You're a toxic masculinity, or you're misogynistic, any of that, right? And so when that was a thing, everybody and their mom, oh, you're misogynistic, you're misogynistic, you're misogynistic. But then, guess what? Guess what happened fast and died fast? When men then flipped the switch and said, well, the way that y'all are putting all this information and y'all are putting all this shit out here on TikTok, on Instagram, you're a misandrist. Everything went away. Nobody want to talk about it. They didn't want to have those conversations, right? So now they want to dive into, well, let's talk about the Manosphere. Is this a real thing? Or are they just trying to get you to get your bread? Now, when it comes to the back end shit and what they're selling and if it's legit or not, I don't know. I'm not going to say that it is legit. I'm not going to say that it's not legit. I personally didn't dive into it. I personally didn't go check it out for myself. So I'm not going to give my opinion on it. But we do know that there are scammers out in the world that really ain't doing real shit. So that's my piece on that part. So let me go over here to the Myron Gaines factor. But to say my main piece though, I think what he's trying to do, I guess he's questioning it in the sense of, hey, you think it's okay for you to do it, but you can tell other people not to do it. Hey man, it's just like a person who is a crackhead telling people who don't do crack, like, hey bro, don't do crack, bro. Don't do crack. I'm telling you, don't do it. Because the demon already on the crackhead's back. The demon is already on his back. He can't get it off. It's over with. So he's telling you, listen, bro, look at me. Do you want to be like me? In the sense, do you want to be like me in the sense? Don't be like me, bro. Go listen, bro. Go over here. Don't fuck with this. Don't fuck with this thing over here. Go do this and be the best version of yourself that you could possibly be. All right, so let's go over here to this conversation with Myron Gaines.
Wife, right?
She understands that. She knows that.
Moments later. What are you lacking, Myron, that you can't hold her desire? Why didn't you have her soul locked in? I mean, she was your girlfriend, right? You claim to have her as a girlfriend. So where did you lack as a man? Rollerblade Rico just swooped it up. Like, come on. I know silence is very loud right now because you have nothing. Yeah, man, they call him Rollerblade Rico. He's a shadow that just rolls out of nowhere, man. Smooth wheels, smoother game. You don't even hear him coming. 1 minute you're holding her hand, next minute, pew, gone like the wind. You had a girl, but you didn't have her soul. So Rico, he didn't really steal Angie. He collected her. That's a big difference.
So that's kind of wild. That's wild. But I'm gonna skip over here. There's another piece to it too. So there's two more videos that we're gonna talk about on the Myron aspect. So I'm gonna jump over here to this next one. 110% honest. When he asked that question, she wasn't feeling it. She ain't feeling it. You can tell how uncomfortable she is. Unfortunately. One thing about this dude, Louis, he putting a battery in her back. He put a battery in her back, bro. He put a battery in her back.
When we get there, like right now,
What does that mean? That's so avoidant.
it's
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. She was rocking out with it. Everything was cool until she got on camera. Until she got on camera. He had the whole game working until she got on camera. And I guarantee once she got on camera, she started to get some pushback. Like, what the fuck is what the fuck are you doing? What is this? X, Y, and Z. I'm telling you, let's look at the comments. Made my day when she left. And when I read that she left, I'd never been happier. She wasn't happy at all. I could tell she was uncomfortable. The only thing I can't get over is how anyone loved this man. She says one thing, but her eyes say anything. Yo, that shit crazy too, Louis. You can just tell. Oh, did I say something? Man, you know what the fuck you doing, bro. You know what the fuck you doing. You know the reason you're here. You already know. Come on, fam. Now, mind you, this is great. This is good journalism. That's for sure. I'll be 100% honest on being objective on it. He's a good journalist in that aspect because he digging. He doing what he's supposed to do. He doing his job. He doing exactly what he's supposed to do. However, listen, I'm gonna be honest. I do not blame Louis, however you say his name. I do not blame Louis Theroux. And I'm gonna tell you why.
Moments later.
It's been several months, guys, that we haven't been together. She was a good girlfriend, bro. We haven't been together for a minute, and she wants a family, and I can't give that to her right now.
All right, so let me go to the next video where this kind of continues what he's talking about.
This is what I'm trying to explain to you guys. Like, she was a good girlfriend, bro. Like, she's a good girl.
Yeah.
I have nothing bad to say to her. Honestly, like, this shit is on me, bro. Like, it's not on her whatsoever. We haven't been together for a minute, and she wants a family, and I can't give that to her right now. Just straight up. I'm being honest with y'all.
It's hard.
You guys have seen me working like crazy. The debrief channel was at 186 at the end of last year.
Mm-hmm.
I told y'all in January of 2025, we're going to take over, right? I've been going live every day, doing 7-8 hours, streaming, doing Fresh and Fit still, doing debates. We're about to do a college tour right now with Uncensored America, debating kids on college things. That's why you guys will see me going viral on Instagram and stuff like that. That comes at a cost. And with Angie, she wants a family, guys. That's what she wants. And she's been waiting around for a minute. So who the fuck am I to tell her, nah, keep waiting, or deny her that, especially when she's been so good to me? This woman has sacrificed so much for me.
Okay, so based off of what he said, right?
This is what I'm trying.
Based off of what he said, first, let me go ahead and say this. This is why it's very, very critical to keep your personal shit offline. Keep that shit offline, regardless of what it is that you do. The people that's benefiting from the success that you have online, no, I'm not bringing them on here. No, they don't. That's fine. Let them live, bruh. If you got people, if you got your privacy, let the people have their privacy. They're doing their own thing. They kicking it. They're enjoying themselves. They're enjoying life. So I would say that was his first mistake in doing that. You shouldn't have brought her on there. Nope. You should have been straight up with Louis Theroux and said, hey dog, no, she's not gonna be on here. Nope. Remove the camera. Don't show her. No. Let her do what she do. But nah, get the fuck. Don't you dare talk to her at all. Nope. Keep it pushing. So that was a first mistake. Now, he did say, because I see somebody in the comments, in one of the comments of this video, at the bottom, her name is Luna. She says now he's trying to blame his work schedule. Well, what he was trying to, that's what he said in the documentary too. He's like, well, I got a lot of work. I'm doing a lot of different things. I'm busy. So if you actually catch the man's content, Buddy is working. He got the Fresh and Fit podcast. On top of that, he does the financial. I think it's Financial Morning, something like that, with Fresh and Fit. Then on top of that, he got his own platform that he's done, that he goes live on. Then on top of that, he's doing the traveling and talking to college students, kind of like what Charlie Kirk was doing. So he has a lot of different things moving. And on top of that, we're not sure what other things he got going on as well. So he does have a busy schedule. And somebody like this, he won't have time. And being honest, being genuinely honest about this conversation and understanding from a content creator's perspective, he ain't got that kind of time. He ain't got that kind of time to focus on the family. And considering the fact that she does want one, she may not be able to get that from him, especially not now. You feel me? And so, hey, listen, shout out to him for like, hey man, listen, go do your thing. If you feel as if that you don't want to be here, or you feel as if you can't be here, then it is what it is. But what I'm not gonna sit here and do, is she was a gold digger. Bro, here's the thing, if she was a gold digger, she would have stayed right there. If she was a gold digger, she would have stayed right there. That nigga getting money, bro. If she was there, I'm gonna be honest, if she was there to be a gold digger, bro, she would have stayed right there. But what it was is the fact that she got on camera. And the moment that she got on camera, and Buddy started asking her those questions, that's when it was over. At that point is when when Louis Theroux put a battery in her back, and she started thinking about something. Interesting. When he started asking those pressing ass questions, she started thinking. A foot was out the door. And mind you, to add fuel to the fire, she come back through the camera holding clothes, taking clothes out, whatever the fuck she was doing. Got them hoes like this walking through come on, fam. The optics of that. The way the optics look on that was crazy. So we knew what time it was. That's why he should have kept her ass off the camera. She met her goal. She garnered the clout. She needed to jump ship. Hey, that's what I'm saying. So it probably, you said you saying gold. Gold. Man, I'm thinking you saying gold. My bad. I thought that was a mistype. Gold digger. Got you. Okay. That makes sense. I got you. I agree with that. Gold digger. She met the goal. She got a little bit of clout, and I was like, all right, bet now I can make my move now. They didn't see my face. They know who I am. They even said my name on Netflix. Now I can just kind of venture off and kind of do my own thing. So I mean, that could be a thing too. I could see that. I see that point. I definitely see that point. I definitely can see that point. And so let me go to this. So let me go to the other part of the video of. Damn, I want to go to. Let me see. I gotta go to the other TikToker too. Because this other dude, he was going, boy, they were at each other's neck. Oh, yeah, here's the one. They just did the 15-second clip, but that's fine. We can do that. We can play that whole joint. All right. I'm gonna play a couple of videos for this dude. His name is HS TikToky. And so he was one of the other guys that's in the Manosphere as well. He's a younger cat. I think he's abroad, like over there in London or some shit like that. So let's go ahead and get into it. So in this reference right here, what he said about Bonnie Blue in the actual document series, the guy HS TikToky, he was on a live stream with what's her name, Blue Bunny, whoever her name is, and y'all know who. I think she's supposed to be like this this P star that's been getting knocked off by like 8 some dudes or some shit like that, whatever that story is. And so HS TikTok, he was clowning her for it, and she got upset, and you know, basically that's why he kind of referenced her, like you sound just like Blue Bunny. So like the Blue Bunny chick, because she's saying that, well, at least I'll be able to take care of my kids. I'm making good money, X, Y, and Z. And so basically he tried to use that same logic on him. That's why he referenced that like that. And so here's another piece of it. We're gonna dive into it. So they did a lot of interview with this dude. So I'm gonna play a different video as well of this guy HS TikTok.
I've not watched the documentary, but I've seen a few clips online. What did I say? I was the main fucking character. You guys doubted me. You guys said Coco was going to be the main character. Nah, Theroux knows who he needs to put in if he wants to get them hits. And that's Tiki Tok, all right? Everyone on that kind of looked like a bit of a twat, apart from me. I absolutely smashed it.
But he's the same dude who was running. He's the same dude that was running that ended up getting going to jail for it. He was running from the law because of traffic violations. He ended up getting put in jail, which hence that mark on his hand. Well, that whole rap on his hand, because he was running from the law, which is why he's at mommy's house. But hey, listen to this part.
Do you think what I'm trying to get a sense of, like,
Don't mention it.
Sure.
I don't give a shit what's reported. Don't talk about it, because if there is something, then he wouldn't be able to speak about it anyway. So you know that. So you've done it just to get a reaction. So please don't, or else it will end.
See, this is the chess. This is the game of chess you're playing.
It will end.
This is exactly what I was saying to you earlier.
Boy, listen, and now we're gonna watch him on Piers Morgan.
The morning that he was coming round, you know, the morning that he was coming round, I had some of my team come to me and go, "Oh, do you realize what this is? Do you realize who he is?" I wasn't asked, and I'm still not bothered about it. You know, some people might think it was a mistake going on. Me, I thought it was a very, very fun experience. I've even texted him since saying that, you know, I enjoyed making it, and the backlash I've received from it, I also enjoy that as well, because I've got, you know, I can just rage bait people in my DMs, which I enjoy doing anyway.
I mean, look, as I was saying to you when we tried to start this, what you want to do with your life is entirely down to you.
All right, and so where's this other piece at? I want to get to it. All right, here's a bigger.
Of course. Okay. Of course. I don't agree with you going to Epstein's Island and having freak-offs with Ghislaine Maxwell and the rest of them, but I don't need to bring it up because this is about misogyny,
just to be clear,
and everything like this.
Harrison,
okay?
Harrison,
okay, I don't agree with that,
just
sir.
To be clear, just to be
Freak
clear,
offs on the island.
Yes, nor do I. And as is a
are you sure? Are you sure?
Do you want to keep doing this? You'll make yourself look very stupid.
Are you sure, Piers?
That I've never been to Jeffrey Epstein's island. I'm 100% positive. I never met the man. Never went to his island and met Ghislaine Maxwell for 5 minutes at a book launch. If you've got any book launch. If you've got any supplementary
mentioned a lot of times.
No
mentioned
problem.
a lot of times in there, sir.
I have no problem. You're not, I don't think, if I say this very respectfully, I don't think you're very well informed about things like that, or you wouldn't go there, because it's...
Why are you in the files?
Why don't you check the 27 references to me in the files?
Why are you in the files, sir? Very close to these types of people.
Go and check. And all your followers, you can. The great thing about the Epstein files, you can put somebody's name in, and you can
like
see
to compare me to Tate and Myron and everyone else.
This.
So
Harrison,
because my name is close to them in the Manosphere. But if I compare you to Epstein and Maxwell, you have a clear problem with it.
No problem.
Sir, you compare me to Myron and all the others in this homophobic, misogynistic, whatever world. I'm comparing you to Epstein then, because you're in his files.
Harrison,
exactly.
You're making yourself look an even bigger idiot than you did on the Netflix show.
Oh, really? Really?
Yes.
To people like you, sir, I don't mind that. You make yourself look like an idiot every single day. When your wife is at home posting pictures that you're out and she wants to get used like a toy by a big black man who is cleaning her car. Is that why you have a problem with me? Is that why you're pushing this homophobic narrative? Because I'm the big black man that shagged your wife while you are on holiday. Okay? We can all have a push and a shove, sir. Let's go back to talking about the documentary and less of the homophobia.
Do you know what? Here's what I think about you. I watched the documentary. I think you're a fucking idiot. I think you're a sexist, misogynist, homophobic twerp who got exposed, in a global way by Netflix, by Louis Theroux, for what you are. You're a little half-wit, and you'll make your little followers
Don't get
have
rattled.
a little laugh
Don't get
and everything
rattled.
else. But I don't see any
Don't
point
get rattled.
there's no point me wasting my time talking to you. Is there? What's the point?
Exactly. No, do you know what? Let's chill it down then, because what I just said, there's 50 more things that we can have. 50 more things that we can have a stupid back and forth and try and one up each other.
Care. I don't
Just
care
talk
about
to me
your silly
normally.
insults.
Talk to me normally.
Talk
to me normally.
I don't care about your silly insults.
But what do you mean you don't care? What do you mean you don't care? What I said is facts. I have a picture of it. I can flip it around and show you right now.
I couldn't care less about your silly little insults. It's like a 2-year-old. Why would I care?
A 2-year-old. A 2-year-old. Listen, sir, I don't know why you come on and you talk like you're holier than thou. As soon as you're away,
all right,
who's this? Applications are open.
All right, let's just
that's your ting, bro. That's your girl.
Let's end this, please.
Cooked.
You know what? I'm not doing this. Sorry, guys. It's pointless.
I don't know. I don't know what the fuck was going on right there. I don't know what the hell was going on right there. Let me see. Do I have any other clips on that? Let me see if I can dig up one more. Let's see. See if I can dig up one more. No, not that one. It's gonna be no, not that one, not that one. I want to do it. I actually want to go back to. I want to see what Myra had to say about this shit. Let's go. Let's get into that one. Let's go. I want to see what Myra had to say about it.
A fucking honest motherfucker. Women are designed to be dominated by men. Yeah, I know. Some of you, oh my God, this guy Myron's a radical. No, I'm a fucking honest motherfucker. Yeah, Louis, that's how it goes. I know, like, this is like fucking crazy for people to hear that. But women want to be dominated by men. There's a reason why books, right, that have to do with bondage and a man dominating a woman, etc. 50 Shades of Grey, for example. Why was that a best-selling book for so long? Why do women love books, right, where they're being dominated by men? Why do women like to be ridiculed during sex? Why do women like to be insulted during sex? It's simple. Because women want a guy who's going to be dominant. They're attracted to that. There's a bunch of different biological reasons why. But the reality is that women want a guy who's strong and powerful. And what asserts strength and power more than asserting dominance on them? Women are attracted to men like this. Like what? Do I got to fucking, is this controversial for me to say these things? We have become so fucking pussified and fagified that we can't even have honest conversations on what women actually want and are turned on by. Why? Because we live in a gynocentric fucking social order where women dictate what's appropriate and what's not appropriate. I'm gonna say that again. Women dictate what's appropriate and what's not appropriate to talk about when it comes to their own sexuality. They'll sit there and buy all these fucking dumbass fictional books, because women overwhelmingly prefer fiction, by the way. They love romance fictions, and they'll fucking read that shit with a wet vagina and be like, damn, I wish my bitch-ass boyfriend like Louis did this stuff to me, but he respects my boundaries. He treats me well. He's such a gentleman. Meanwhile, she craves a dude to dominate her and tell her, hey, dumb bitch, I'm dictating when you go and fucking outside a knot, and I dictate that I put my dick in you and you give me sandwiches. That's what it is. This is what women crave, and they've always craved this shit, okay? When women look at men, they look at protection value, survival value. Men look at women for replication value. Is she hot? A start, like an incredibly important part of survival value is your strength, your competence, your intelligence, your muscular density, height. Why do you think women care about height? It's a component of survival value. If you're tall, you're big. If you're bigger, you have a higher likelihood of protecting her. It's very fucking simple. Men watch porn, women read fictional novels. So you must be that fantasy to them. And that fantasy many times is a dominant, aggressive male. Now, am I telling you guys to punch your fucking chick? Welcome, punch! Obviously not. Let's have a little bit of common sense here. But what I'm saying is, when you're in a relationship or when you're sexually dealing with a woman, okay, she likes this hyper masculinity. She likes this shit.
Interesting. That's a very interesting thing.
Women are designed to be dominated.
That's a very interesting thing. Is there anything else? No, I think we good. Let me see. They saying Justin Waller downfall.
I live the dream, bro. I live the dream.
Network, which costs thousands. My friend, man who helped him.
Okay, nah, we good. I think we straight. But to give my thoughts, to give my full and complete thoughts. Ultimately, the manosphere, what they deem is the manosphere, it's for the fellas. Now, are there extreme individuals in the manosphere? 1000%. Just like there are crazy extremists in the feminist movement, right? Crazy extreme. I'm talking about all the way left, all the way. There are some who overdo it, right? But the ultimate red pill factor, and I hate the fact that they only did, these individuals, right? But again, they're at the top of the, I guess they're at the top of the chain of people. When you talk about virality, you talk about the visibility that they have, it only makes sense, right, for Netflix. But the same way that Louis Theroux is interviewing them and trying to call them out or trying to expose them for their, of how they make their finances, how they make their money, and as if they're trying to call them, saying that they're scamming. He's doing the same thing. He's doing the same exact thing. You knew you were gonna get views. You knew you were gonna get paid a lot of money. You're getting paid a lot of money to do this, because if you weren't doing this for the money, I guarantee you there would not be an Inside the Manosphere documentary that we would be watching right now. We would not be talking about this. So we want to be clear on that aspect. But the entire aspect of the Manosphere, it's supposed to be to open the veil, to look behind the curtain and show you, like, hey man, everything that these people are talking about, the whole happy wife, happy life, or the women deserve it all, the partners and all this extra shit that we talk about, they're trying to normalize. People don't even say wife or spouse anymore. They say partner, all these different things. Like, listen, man, wake up. You are the man of the household. Yes. Should a man put himself in a position to be the best version of himself? Yes, that's ultimately what the manosphere is supposed to be. It's like, hey, dog, you supposed to be the man. You're not a wimp. You're not putting women on the pedestal. You're not supposed to be out here chasing box. You're supposed to be getting to it, become the best version of yourself. Stronger version of yourself. Get your ass in the gym. Go and get your money up. Stop making excuses. Stop sitting on the couch eating Cheetos and potato chips and up here sucking up to these women and telling these women how beautiful they are, X, Y, and Z, boom, 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 boom. And stop chasing these women, because 9 times out of 10, they ain't going to want you anyway, because you looking desperate. So go focus on your purpose. Put your purpose first. Focus on that, and then become the best version, because the women going to be there at the end of the day. Get your money up. There's a lot of money to get out here in the world. There's a lot of money. That's the main focus of it. That's the main focus. Stop taking the blue pill and believing everything that you see on the internet. Take your masculinity back. Now, that doesn't mean you gotta walk around calling, hey, you a bitch, you a hoe. No, that's not what that means. But it's being a man of your word, standing 10 toes on the things that you believe in and not wavering. Understanding how to take accountability and not pointing the finger at everybody else. Being able to take accountability for the things that you do in your life. Taking that ownership back. Taking that back. Not being a wuss out here. Not being a pussy out here. That's what they're talking about. That's what it is. Of course, it got overhyped because, you know, you got to have shock value in order to get the viewership. So you got to be extremely controversial to get the people to act out, and they gonna clip your shit up. Boom, you go viral. Oh, you heard what the fuck he said? It creates the controversy, keeps you in the algorithm. That's what it's supposed to be. That's what they do. What was the reason? What, to be honest with you, I don't even understand the reason why he even made this fucking documentary. Even with these young bucks, they should be, and I'm not gonna say they should. I'm not gonna use the word should. I'm not gonna use the word should. But understanding, like, listen, the main thing you need to be taking from the manosphere is taking your manhood back, focusing on your purpose. Stop focusing on all these women. They're going to be here, dog. Stop focusing on the women. They're going to be here. Get your bread up and become the best version of yourself that you can possibly be. In every aspect, every facet, spiritually, mentally, physically, everything. All that other bullshit don't mean nothing. You don't need to be in the club popping bottles. You don't got to do all that. I get it. You know, you want to. It seems fun. You know, once you get, but focus on what you got to focus on first. Then get there. There's always going to be a club. There's always going to be time to party. There's always going to be events you want to go to. But right now, you got to work. You got to grind. Especially if you ain't in that position, and don't even worry about the extra shit about the threesomes and dealing with, you got to be a man of means, and then you got the money, and then now you can fuck with all these bitches. I tell my bitch what to do. All that shit will come later. Yeah, the club. That's what I'm saying. The clubs are dangerous, bro. Like, I'm not. Who want to go to the club? Who want to go to the club? I don't. Fuck them clubs, bro. Real talk. Fuck them clubs. I'm good. So there is a positive aspect when you talk about the manosphere. You can just go back to Kevin Samuels, bro. Go back and look at his old content before he started doing the phone calls with the women, go back to when he was just talking to the men. That's what the manosphere is. That's what it is. Being the best version of yourself in every aspect. Start dressing better. Pick your pants up. Start learning how to actually dress yourself. Start wearing shit that actually fits your body type. Start getting in the gym, lose some weight. Focus on your hygiene. Start grooming yourself. Stop walking around this bitch looking stupid, looking ugly as fuck, looking like a bum. Get yourself together. Put yourself together. Look like a man. Start dressing like a man. Stop dressing like a little kid. Dress for the thing that you want to be. Dress for the job that you want, or dress for the lifestyle that you want. Start dressing like that. Put yourself in that space. Learn how to talk to people. Learn how to shake a man's hand. Learn how to look a man in the eye when you're talking to him. Learning how to be an actual gentleman when you're talking to people. That's what the manosphere is. That's what the manosphere is. When you walk in, don't walk in slouched in. When you walk, nigga, pull your shoulders back, head up, look straight, bro. Walk tall, walk big and tall, walk with confidence. But that's gonna come with you working on yourself and understanding who you are and becoming confident in yourself. How you dress, how you look, everything, how you present yourself to the world. And then being a contributing member to society. That's what the manosphere is. All the women shit, all the fun shit, the threesomes that, you know, I want to have multiple wives because that's what a real man, that's bullshit. All of that is bullshit, bro. Because there are some high value men who don't give a fuck about doing all that extra shit with all these extra women. They just want their one lady and they're gonna keep it pushing. But at the end of the day, he still runs the household. And it doesn't have to be, hey, bitch, go over there and make my goddamn sandwich. That ain't what that is, bro. It does get old, bro. That ain't what that is. That's the extra shit. When they start talking about getting all the bitches, and that's them young dudes. That's the young niggas, the 20-year-old niggas who just so happen they got lucky, they got to some money. So they're telling these other young cats the same shit. It's a load of bullshit, man. It's a load of bullshit. It's a load of bullshit. It's cool. It's fun. That ain't what that's for. That's not what that's for. So, but hey, I always just say, take the good with the bad. You know, take what it is that you can learn that's actually going to help you in life when it comes to the manosphere. And then all the extreme shit, just don't even worry about it, bro. Because all of it's going to come anyway. You're going to have the pick of the litter. You ain't got to tell everybody what you got going on. You ain't got to tell them how many bitches you got. You ain't got to have on, you don't got to put on Instagram how many bitches is riding in your Lamborghini. You don't got to. You don't got to do all that. Unless you're trying to sell something on the back end. Pause. So, yeah, man. I still don't think this content was necessary though. The series was necessary. I really don't. But hey, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm, and make sure you hit the bell notification.
Listen, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to check out either of these two videos right here. And make sure you share this post with your friends and your family.
Yo, let's get to these super chats, dog.
Yeah, you right, man. Making money is me, man. 10 years, man, you're gonna have matching Benzes. 10 years? Thinking more like 10 days, man. 10 days.
Shout out to Snow Bunny. Shout out to Snow Bunny Bag Chaser for the $5. She says, your growth is amazing. Really proud of you. Can't wait to see what's next. Salute. I appreciate you, Snow Bunny. Listen, we are definitely growing. One of the things that I had to understand too is I don't want to be perfect. I don't. I came in when I first started this channel. I wanted to try to make that shit so perfect. The editing is dope. Everything is plush and smooth. The transition is smooth. It got better. But I started thinking, I said, man, people ain't here for that shit. People aren't here for the smooth transitions. They aren't here for the, all the edit. That shit's so dope. Man, they don't give a fuck about that shit. They want to come in here. They want to have a conversation. They want to hear you say the shit that you want to say, hear from your perspective, and that's it. And they want to come kick it with you. That's all I'm focused on. I ain't focused on being perfect. I'm just focused on growing day by day. Fine-tuning to make sure that I have my system perfect, though. Not the content, the system. It's a whole different ballgame. That's what we fine-tune. We fine-tuning the system. Once I have it the way that I want it, game over. Game over. But shout out to you, Snow Bunny. Shout out to my dog. My boy Rod Brown.
That's top dog aura right there.
He said, keep grinding, bro, and keep that YouTube premium going. Oh, for sure, bro. I appreciate you, dog. Thank you for the 100 for helping me reach the super chat goal. I appreciate you, Rod Brown. I do, dog. I do, bro. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for the 100. Thank you. I definitely appreciate it, dog. I definitely appreciate it. Even if you didn't send it, I still appreciate you. You've been kicking it with your boy, even though you've been making them jokes about me about the premiums. We have finally been consistent without having to, without the commercials. Without the commercials, bro. Listen. It was part of the growth. It was part of the growth. I did not want to do premiums yet. I need the incremental changes over time. And so Even the premiums, that was part of the incremental change over time, dog. I couldn't go ahead and do premium right off the bat. Nope. I had to. So, but I appreciate you, big dog. I appreciate you. Thank you so much, man. For real. That shit's funny. Let me read some more of these comments though. He said, everybody just trying to get money in the Manosphere now. Yeah, I agree. Everybody is trying to get money in the Manosphere. And to be honest with you, I think there's money in the Manosphere. There is. But I think you get more money by pandering. They're getting more money in pandering. They get over there and they tell the women what they want to hear. They tell them what they want to hear. Yep, I hit the goal, Snow Bunny. They want to tell people what they want to hear. And so a lot of women, they eat that shit up. They eat that shit up. You know what I can't stand though? This is what I hate. Sometimes when I'm scrolling on my Instagram feed and I'm scrolling on the TikTok feed from time to time just to see what's going on, I see a lot of women posting videos and shit about, oh, this type of man that I want. I wish this was this. You know how they post a little meme shit and it's always some type of aesthetically pleasing picture. And then it's like a quote over the top of it where like, oh, well, I wish, this is my man. We can do X, Y, and Z, whatever the fuck they say. And I'm always looking at it like, why is it always the man? Like it'll be a picture of the dude taking her heels off or some shit. Oh, that she's in like a dress or something. She's in the dress and he's taking off the heels. Boom, boom, boom. And then she'll have some type of caption that just says, this is the type of life, this is what life is, or whatever the fuck it is. I'm like, dog, how come y'all don't post any of the videos of y'all doing or serving y'all man though? Y'all talk about princess treatment, y'all want all this shit, but how are you serving your man though? You want him to serve you. You want to post all these pictures of him serving you. But yet and still, you don't post nothing of you serving him. Nothing. You'll post some pandering ass nigga. You'll repost all his memes, all his video, all his little clipped up videos, all his little bullshit that you gonna dive into, that you gonna eat the fuck up. You post it every single time. Every single time. And it blows my mind. I'm like, bro, do y'all do anything? Do y'all do anything for y'all man, or are y'all just on the receiving end of everything? And this ain't even about the manosphere aspect. This is just real life. Do you serve your man? And half of them don't even have one. Half of them who posted shit don't even got a man. They struggling in their relationships. They struggle. 1 minute they post it, 1 minute they're posting their man, oh, my man. 2 weeks later, they done deleted all the fucking pictures they had of their man off their Instagram. You're like, bro, what happened? I thought that was your man. I thought he was the best thing since sliced bread. What happened? And then they come back with the same type of posting, like, bro, y'all niggas is wild. Like, stop posting. If you ain't got nothing else, if you don't have anything else to talk about, stop posting. Stop saying the same shit. Real talk. See what else? She said beep says, hey yo, I'm only 2 girls short of a threesome. Boy, you wild. Rob Brown says the clubs are dangerous. Yep, they are. All that gets old. Yep. What up, my guy, Bull City? What's popping with your fam? Rob Brown says, hey man, it's all love. We're growing in this YouTube game together. That's a fact. That is a fact, bro. We are definitely growing together. All right, so I want to go over here to this next topic. We ain't doing no politics tonight. I thought I was going to. I was like, nah, we ain't gonna do no politicking tonight. We ain't gonna do it. We ain't gonna do it. I'm trying to find this other one that I watched. Give me a second, y'all. Because it was another one that I watched not too long ago. No, not that. That ain't it. Monday. Did I watch it Monday? I did watch it Monday. I think I did. Oh, yeah. Here we go. I want to go into this one. This is what I want to go into. And I think this would be a good one to talk about. I think this was kind of interesting. All right, come on, man. All right, so I'm gonna go to this next topic. I'm gonna go to this next topic on the Room 9 with Anton Daniels, and it was on their, I think their last live stream, and this one was a clipped up video. And the question is, there's no such thing. Is there a such thing as being less gay? Is there such thing as being less gay? So we're going to listen to this and we're going to dissect it. And then, we're going to talk about it. All right. So let's go ahead and get into it.
No such thing as less gay.
There's one that's less gay.
No, there's no such thing.
If you're a taker, you both of them are gay. But if you're a taker, if you take it in the ass, you are more gay than the person that's
no. I don't believe that. You're equally gay.
No.
You're both attracted to men.
So what does the less get you? What does the less get you? Like what are you talking about? Less gay? Like you get a less gay ticket?
It saves his butthole. It saves his ass.
It's like when you get a raffle ticket, they rip it in half. Like you get a little bit of the prize.
Girl. In other words, you're the girl. You're the girl. That's why it's less. Because you're the girl.
This man really said less gay. Shampoo wild, bro. Shampoo. At some point, it's hard to tell. It's hard to tell if he's just trolling or he dead ass serious, because there's no such thing as less. You just are that. You just are that. There is no less. He got to be on Prison Rules. He got to be on it, because I don't understand it.
It's still the man.
Man.
And if y'all since y'all got so much emphasis on the whole butt and booty hole.
Okay,
to be honest with you, that's where the man gets the most pleasure.
Oh,
right.
How do you know that?
Have you done it?
Wait, how do you know that?
Have you done it?
There's been studies on that.
But how do you know that? How do you know that? How do you know that?
Because there's been studies on that, and I know that because a lot of somebody's echo is throwing me off. It's Brian.
Yeah.
So a little bit about my background is, which Anton I always talk about. I have a background in diversity, equity, and inclusion, which means I have been around a lot of folks who come from a lot of different identities, and with doing the work that I have done, I've done some research. There's been a lot of men who say that there's also been research on that a man's pleasure spot is, I don't know the exact, but I know it's in that region. There's studies on that. I'm not just making it up out to crack my ass. That's real.
Well, I'm telling you.
Women always know that. Y'all never know when the nigga hungry or nothing, but y'all know where y'all.
That's a good one.
Niggas got that thing in their ass. Niggas got that thing in their ass. Y'all don't know niggas' favorite rappers. Y'all don't know the Jordans niggas like. Y'all all happen to know.
You should go with that shame language. Did that striking? Just be it. And listen, bro, I ain't gonna hold you, bro. Just annoying. I've watched a lot of her. I watched a lot of content on her when she's on the Room 9. I'm like, bro, what you talking about, man? You just be talking, be getting your emotions and shit. And you just be saying shit. Don't even be making no sense. That's a real. Jess is a whole feminist. Real talk. She's a DI whole feminist.
Niggas got some shit in their ass. And are you willing to? So with you knowing that, are you willing to do that for a man, or would you respect the man who? Well, are you willing to respect the man who wants something done to his ass?
Because I know about diversity, equity, and inclusion. How are you equating those two? I'm confused.
It's a question.
Okay. Next.
What?
He asked you a question. What are you talking about? He asked you a question.
You talked about the man's pleasure spot. He asking. something related to that.
I asked you a direct question.
And I answered your question.
No, you didn't. No, you
Yes,
didn't.
I did. So
I said, would you take a man serious who wants something done to their ass? Like you said, they said.
And my answer to you is me knowing about certain things because I had experience with diversity, equity, and inclusion. How are you equating to ask me a question as such and on a panel like this?
How does knowing the stat about dudes' pleasure spots in their butt have to do with diversity, equity, and inclusion?
As to why he's asking me that silly ass question.
I do have an honest question though. I do have an honest question for the panel. Why is it that it's when we talking about gay relations, gay is women and women and men and men? Why is it so much harsher when it's men versus men?
Thank you.
But when it's a woman and a woman, it's so hot. It's so right.
Well, because you got two hard necks. Pause. Pause.
You hear what you're saying out loud, bro?
Pause.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Pause. Don't nobody want to listen. Don't nobody want to see that shit. Now, mind you, on both sides, it's yes, we all know and understand. We all know and understand it's all equally gay. We understand that. However, it's more digestible. It's more digestible when you see two women. Because there's two feminine, soft, supple women. And on top of that, there's a lot of women who even experiment with it. You know, y'all remember back in the college days where, you know, you had shorties, they finally got their opportunity to get out of the house, get away from mommy and daddy, and then they get turned out by some friends because they was getting a little too drunk in the dorm room and they got turned out a little bit, and so she got a little bit curious about what was going on, and they started, you know what I'm saying, they started rubbing carpet. You know what I'm saying? And they started flicking each other's bean. But don't nobody nope, you lying to me.
When it's a woman and a woman, but when it's a man and a man, it's disgusting.
Because it's two things that we attracted to.
I'll say it. I'll say it's debauchery.
Not really talking about.
I'll say it's debauchery both ways. I'll say it.
If we're judging the act by
no one said that, by the way. No one said women and women is hot.
If we're judging the action of gay,
you know he like that shit.
Gay is men and men and women and women. Why is it women and women more?
One is more socially frowned upon.
It's just demonic.
I'll tell you why, Carmen. Because
one's more socially acceptable.
Women on women is sexy to some people.
Y'all though.
Well, yeah, to us, yeah, duh, Jess. Yes, two men, it is sexier. But however, it ain't. On the contrary, women do not find it sexy for two men to be fondling with each other. So your argument is defeated. What are you talking about? You know what I'm saying?
Because we attracted to women.
To most women too, though. To most women, though. But wait, Carmen, if you post,
we need to have an equal on all grounds.
Carmen is socially acceptable.
I'm with Jazz. I'm sorry.
They missing the point.
Women and women is socially acceptable. If you post if you were supposed to thirst trap, or you go down any women's picture, they all got women saying, you know, it's actually engineered. This is all being engineered. Women are being engineered to be i.e. homosexual, because they're all the way y'all comment on each other's pictures on these social sites. It's all
y'all go to the bathroom with each other. Y'all see each other change.
Less of a sin if it's less.
Yeah, right. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah.
Like dudes don't watch each other change and shit unless we in like a locker room or some shit.
Versus man and a man, is it less of a sin for that?
No, I don't know. No one's saying that. No one said that.
So you
but we're all attracted to men. We're all attracted to women.
Straw man argument. You can't say you're kind of saying. Wait, I'm talking. People talking. I'm saying you can't say you're kind of saying that. That's a straw man argument. You have to say exactly what I'm saying. I didn't say you. I'm not saying you kind of say it. Like one. We didn't really talk about women on women like that. We were kind of focused on the man on man. But if we were to broach the subject, you would find out how we feel. Like, I think it's debauchery both ways, personally.
Yeah, but she's
you know what I'm saying?
saying, Carmen is saying, why, and Jess is saying, why didn't y'all bring that up? Y'all always bring men on men.
Well, we're just
like
talking
that.
about gayness. We're just talking about gayness in general.
Well, yes, gayness in general. Yeah, most people don't. Yeah, both equally. You're still gay, even if you say you're bisexual. No, you're still gay. You're still gay.
General, and gayness automatically went to men and men having relations, and the conversation never went to women and women. They're both gay acts. So that was my question.
Yes, but the women on women gay act is sexy to some people.
And also it's temporary too. A lot of women might experiment with each other, but at the end of the day, they will end up procreating, or you know what I'm saying, yada yada. You know what I'm saying? It might just be a phase for a lot of women, or experiment, like, you know what I'm saying. But
See, that's the reason why.
Because Brian, if you knew Carmen, let's say if you knew Carmen had a fling in college where she dated a girl, that would not change your perspective on her. But Carmen, if it was a reverse for Brian, I don't even want to put that on you. It would not be. It'd be moot. You know what I'm saying? So there's clearly a double standard about how we feel, and also it tends to be a phase amongst women versus it being, you know, a long-term stain on a man's jacket, you know, metaphysically and to the woman's point of view. You know what I'm saying? Women will not tolerate a man who has had a gay sexual past, you know, no matter how much they accept it.
I know plenty of
Jess,
men
would
who
you
don't
accept
want a
the man?
woman.
Jess, would you marry a man who sucked a dick before? Yes or no?
Absolutely not. No.
Why not?
Because she's in
Because it's not my preference.
Why isn't it your preference?
Equity is equity.
Why isn't it your preference?
It's not my preference.
Why? Because why?
Let me read this.
Because you find it detestable, but you're not going to say that because you're a DEI
No,
Black Rock
I just don't
spy.
want a man who's been with
She a spy.
Jess is literally proving the point. She is literally proving the point of this entire argument. The entire time she's been proving it, but she don't understand because she be so quick to try to respond. She don't really be listening for real. She do not listen. She do not listen. She don't listen.
I want a heterosexual man.
The poll says,
why?
The question is, do most women that are hypersexual have sexual trauma in their background? 68%,
Wow.
2/3 said yes, 32% said no.
That sounds about right. That sounds about right. I mean, I don't believe that, but that sounds about right.
But this is not a preference, Jess. There's a reason you're not gonna say it. You're not gonna be honest, but you know it's detestable.
I prefer to be with the heterosexual man.
But he's heterosexual now.
No, I don't believe. Now that I don't believe.
Ooh, I got you.
I don't believe. You don't catch me doing nothing. What are you talking
I'm
about?
undefeated. You. There's a reason you find it. Wait. I just said he's not homosexual anymore. He experimented.
I don't think it works that way. But
really?
That's an opinion, I guess.
It ain't even about the opinion. He said earlier. Men do not trip on the fact if the woman if she experimented with women back in the day, because guess what? You can say, yeah, it's socially acceptable, but men don't look at that a certain way at all. A lot of times they find it attractive. They find it dope. Like, all right, cool. You've been with a couple girls. Not tripping on that. However, on the contrary, if any woman found out that her man was dibbling and dabbling over there with the pole stick, guess what? It's a no-go. She ain't gonna be looking at that nigga the same. She gonna be on the other side of the bed, looking back at him like, so you haven't sex with another man? I don't have sex with no other man. Oh, and you get bent over. Ain't nobody bending me over. Oh, so you doing the bending? You feel me?
Boy, it's out the mud. We got Rashad McCown.
You feel me? She missing it. She missed it. That's why he said, I got you. Because it ain't the same. No matter how much y'all want to try to make everything equal across the board, it's never going to be equal across the board. Certain things are socially acceptable. Some things are not. It is what it is. You just understand how to move now that you know what's going on. Simple.
No, watch. What are you talking about? You're making no sense, bro.
I'm making perfect sense. I'm showing your
not.
hypocrisy.
No, it's not hypocrisy. I'm not saying there's anything. If a man want to be with a man, that's their prerogative. But what I'm saying, I prefer a man.
He said, Gordon, given the rate of violence in lesbian relationships, I guess it would be wise to frown upon past lesbian acts because why risk it? Am I making sense? Yeah. No, I mean, it makes sense. But a lot of times men don't. They say, hey, that shit's sexy. Because now, 9 times out of 10, they are probably thinking in their head, ooh, that might be my opportunity to have a threesome because she already done experimented with women already. So this might be my opportunity to open the door to even present it. Like she can have fun with a woman before, so she already understands the dynamic. Now you just add me in this bitch, so we straight. So that's probably why a lot of men like that shit anyway. They put themselves in that position, and they put themselves in that position like, 2 women, all they need is a schlong that they can play with in between. Shit, we good. Yeah, exactly. It is, but it's not wise, right? It ain't wise.
Who's 100% heterosexual, which means I prefer a man who has not been with a man. I don't think a man, just like a woman, I don't feel like a woman who has been with a woman is completely heterosexual. And I feel like it's the same way with men. So I prefer a man who's heterosexual. That's not me saying that because a man on man schmex is diabolical. That's not, I'm not saying that.
Words.
Right.
Y'all leave me alone.
So cringe.
Nah, babe, you
But I'm not equating the two. So what are you talking about? Why?
Her code word was DEI.
You ladies put up a good fight with this argument, but at the end of the day, you don't want your man, your son, to be gay or down low. At the end of the day, you prefer a heterosexual man.
Honestly, I don't care what he is.
What?
You do care if your man is
hanging out.
You do care.
About my child.
What you mean you don't care? What you mean you don't care? What you?
So you saying that
You fell in the hole.
if you were to have a child, you would not care if your child was gay?
Well, it's the same. You know what?
Let her answer.
Wait, let her answer. Let her answer.
Who was he talking?
He's
talking to Jess.
Jess.
I'm gonna keep it honest with y'all. I would not care as long as I had a healthy child.
So you care about the man,
but that's
all.
all.
Let her finish. Let her finish.
Why are you trying to equate me saying that I wouldn't mind my child being gay or I don't want to be with a man who's bisexual? Like I'm not understanding what your MO is. Watch, you're not making no sense.
Hold on. Stop. You said go ahead. You said you wouldn't care on what?
I wouldn't care as long as my child is healthy. At the end of the day, I do think that people can be born gay. If my child happened to be born gay, that's not gonna make me
oh my God, no way.
My child. At the end of the day, that's my child.
I agree.
I'm gonna let them down regardless because at the end of the day, there's so many people who are gay who get disowned by their families. They commit suicide. They have a whole lot of problems. And I don't think people come into this world, there are people who would choose a hard life like that. I don't think everybody chooses to be gay. I just don't believe that. So at the end of the day, if my child came out gay, I'ma love my child down. And I honestly, I would not be that upset about it. I just wouldn't.
Not me.
There's so many worse things.
We're saying it's a mental disorder. We're not saying it's a choice.
It's not hard to be a gay man anymore.
I know Magic Johnson's son EJ says that he's having plenty of sex with straight men. He said he don't even.
There are a lot of men who.
You mean straight? If you have sex with straight men, they ain't straight. They're not heterosexual. They undercover brothers. Undercover brother.
Nibble and dabble in the booty hole, but they're not gonna be honest about it because of conversations like this. It's okay for a woman to be bisexual, but there are a lot of bisexual men out there who are interested in women, or men who claim to be straight who like trans women.
So I don't believe
on that though.
I don't believe
Y'all
in
not
that.
gonna speak on that.
Hold on, back up for a second. I don't believe in all of these modifications of sexuality.
Facts.
I believe if you say you bisexual, you gay.
Facts.
I don't go for
That's a fact.
So do you apply that to women as well?
I'm not. I'm not. Yeah, if you say you bisexual, you gay. I just it's
and that's applied to women.
But yes, it's across the board.
Are you not smart?
I don't believe in all.
You keep asking the same goddamn question.
Yeah, okay. You know you got a little spicy there, Anton.
Now she's like, oh, you got a little spicy because your little head ass ain't listening. He already said it. He already said like this is it across the board. Whether you're bi or whatever the case, you still gay. You keep asking the same goddamn question. Learn to listen. Stop trying to respond so goddamn much.
No, I mean, because I keep saying the same thing over and over again. I keep saying the same thing and over again, and y'all keep trying to add criteria to it to change the definition. And I'm saying that it is what it is. Like all of this, listen, bro. If you let another man fuck on you, you gay, bro. You could try to say, you could try to add all of this extra stuff to it and all of that. I don't go with that. I don't rock with that. I'm just not going with it.
I just don't get it.
If you let another woman lick your coochie, that's crazy. Because we gotta be an equal opportunity smoke giver, right? So we gotta give it to the women too.
But we want
you keep trying to make this a versus again. In a general sense.
It's not a versus, but why we keep
He just said it applies to both sides.
Yeah, but he keeps bringing up the men though.
Because he don't want to repeat himself for saying it's about the women. Like he just gonna say, "Oh, I say the same thing about women." He just said it about the men. He said it applies to both sides.
She's sweet.
No, I mean, but you asked your you asked him to specify his answer. So I don't know. Yeah, this dude.
Oh, yeah, buried.
I'll put it back up when she come back up.
Put in the grave.
Shut up.
Nah, her screen froze. Her screen froze when her eyes was closed.
Your auntie was a good girl.
She must have had a long day. It's okay.
Over there
you gonna read her obituary.
She survived by her stepkids.
Yeah, fish dinners at
the can be bisexual. That's my opinion. Men cannot be bisexual, nigga. You gay.
Wait a minute.
That's my opinion.
Wait a minute. So if a woman is bisexual, she's not necessarily gay?
I believe that that's my opinion. I believe that only women can be bisexual, not men.
You believe that, Anton?
No, he doesn't believe that.
Women can go in the dressing room together, and women can help each other dress. We don't automatically want to get our dick hard and want to have sex with each other. We're not like that.
But I'm saying you guys have way more exposure to where it's more common to where for women to be. That's what you both ways.
It's not okay for us to do that.
Like you're gonna say how my breasts look and all this shit. I'm not asking my dude like how my junk look in my pants today. Like that's crazy.
We don't ask nobody what our
Anton. You was not when Brian said that.
They don't get it. We don't do that kind of stuff. We don't.
Y'all lying like a motherfucker. There are a lot of y'all that be going in the bathrooms together. There are a lot of y'all who be out there playing. Man, you ain't fit pink girls like me, bro.
Oh, y'all legged. Y'all say if my camel coat showing or nothing like that. Y'all don't say nothing.
No, we don't. We look in the mirror.
Yes, y'all do.
Look at the Instagram comments. Yeah, just look at the Instagram comments, man. Y'all be like, oh, that ass, that thing. Y'all be wilding.
Ain't real life, watch. Instagram.
Yes, it is. What do you mean it's not?
People say stuff all the time on this right here on.
And it's a represent. I'm gonna judge you in real life. It's real life.
Never say
social media is real life.
Just
social
like
media
a
is
lot
real
of
life.
shit you say to me, you would never say to me to my face. So
who said that? What? How you figure?
Social media is not real life.
How you figure?
People say things on the internet.
Because you got the emerald ring or whatever that earthy.
Well, when I tell you one thing, my girl Mimi, well, when she take off, she take off. When she take off, bro. Shout out to Mimi. Shout out to Carmen too, man.
I'm not scared of women like that. I don't give a fuck about that.
Chill out.
You full of it. That's not true.
This is a never-ending argument. You ladies, y'all gotta understand we are straight heterosexual men. So we're not gonna look down on a woman. We just not.
But Anton,
we're not saying that y'all do, but we're saying keep the same smoke either
can I ask Anton something real quick?
Nope.
Uninterrupted?
Nope.
Anton, You were very adamant when the men on men conversation. You was like, oh, that's it. And it is. I got you. I'm with you. We right here. It's simpatico.
Mm-hmm.
When he said women on women could be bisexual, they might not be gay.
No, I think that they're gay too.
He said
Okay.
he said that earlier.
Yeah, he said it.
Niggas ain't listening, man.
Like, I like it, but I might.
No, I was disagreeing. I think what Brian was saying. What Brian was saying is that it's not gay for women or something like that. I don't
He doesn't view it as gay. He said they can be bisexual.
It's gay too.
Yeah,
I don't believe in the label in general. I think that either you are or you're not.
But if you have to watch a movie, now you have to pick one. You have to, if you watch.
Not him backing people in the corner.
Man on
Trying to
man,
force him to
or
pick
woman
one.
on
That's
woman,
crazy.
what movie you watching?
I don't need woman on woman shit. Don't turn me on. That ain't no shit.
Me either. Don't turn me on either.
It's not.
Hold on. Right, I'm gonna pause it right there, bro. They wild. They wild, bro. They wild. They is wild, bro. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm, and make sure you hit the bell notification. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to check out either of these two videos right here. And make sure you share this post with your friends and your family.
Facts. Listen, man. Tonight was fire. I didn't want to go long tonight. You know what I mean? I got a lot of things I got to do. You feel me? My goal is to try to go to bed a little early so I can get up early. Go to the gym and stuff like that. So your boy got to lose some weight, dog. We got to lose some weight. We got to get the weight down. You feel me? So yeah. I appreciate y'all for kicking with the homie. Make sure you guys are here Friday. Make sure you're here Friday. Banter and Barter Show Friday. Make sure you're here 7:05 p.m. We're gonna have a crew here. We might have some ladies on. We'll see. So make sure you're here Friday, and then also make sure you tap in on Saturday because I'll be live on Saturday too. I'll update you guys on what time. It'll probably be around 3:05 or 4:05, depending on how the day is going, or it may be later. Not sure yet. What else? Oh, also go show love to my already uploaded videos. Make sure y'all showing love. Make sure y'all are showing love to the uploads. All right. And if you haven't joined the Discord, link is in the description. All right. So I appreciate y'all. Thank you guys so much. And until next time, my good people, I will holla.